My friends, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to come on and do a channeled message from your person. I just did a really long reading and I didn't get any channeled messages, but I felt like I wanted to come on and do a channeled message love reading. So I'm going to be using this Pop of Love deck. Capricorn, could be dealing with a Capricorn. This might give you a little insight to who this is. I was too focused on my career and goals. I took you for granted and expected you to wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'd be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. So, I want to see, I just want to get a little bit of an energy check to make sure this is your reading. We have Hammer, which talks about sabotage. So this could have been someone who sabotaged this connection and maybe they tried to rebuild it with you but then sabotaged it again. It feels like this person could want to work on things is what I'm seeing. So I'm just going to get a few cards so that you know if this is your reading or not. And then we'll get channeled messages from them. We have the Chaser. So this could have been someone that you were chasing. And what I mean by that is it could have triggered chaser energy within you. So you could have been, that chaser energy talks about, where did it go? Maybe I'm not meant to talk about it. Well, I guess I'm just going to leave it there because I don't know where it went. All right, I'll just leave it. No, the chaser. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So you could have had a fear of abandonment and like tried to chase this person, or maybe, you know, for some reason I'm hearing for some of you, you could have been afraid to speak your truth or afraid to set boundaries or ask for what you really wanted with this Capricorn. Like maybe this person, it says they took you for granted. So maybe while they were taking you for granted, you kind of like had a fear of them leaving you, so you didn't say anything, or you were afraid to speak up for yourself or something. But let's just see what comes out. So let's see what this situation is about. They're all face down. I don't think you're talking to this person because anytime I feel called to do a channeled message, you're usually not talking to this person. We have things coming to light. So right now there are things coming to light for this person about this connection. They're having realizations. We have soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So it feels like it's someone you feel like you have a soul contract with. Yeah, we have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception. So clearly there was some sort of, there could have been a third party interference here. Could have been work with that Capricorn energy, but definitely there, you know, maybe you felt stabbed in the back by this person and there was a separation. We have coffee cups. So it does feel like there is this energy that this person wants to talk to you about some of these things, which I find interesting because that's part of the reason I felt called to do a channeled message. I was getting the energy that this person had things they wanted to say to you. Not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues. That could have been both of you. They could have triggered your feelings of not being enough because maybe they weren't, you know, showing up in this connection the way you wanted. They could have had fears of not being enough and sabotaged this connection because we did see sabotage. So someone who sabotaged this relationship and is now wanting to rebuild it. But again, this could have been someone where you tried to rebuild and they sabotaged again, and you were left feeling stabbed in the back and put into separation again. I'm just going to get two more. 1, 2. We have not today. So it feels like right now they can't talk to you about these things, or they're that not today. So it's no wonder I felt called to do this. Addiction, codependency, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block. It could have been actual additions. And we have ascending. The letter A could be symbolic, but this is beautiful because it shows you both transcending these obstacles. It shows you both learning, expansion, new phase. It does say preparing for union, but again, on the bottom of the deck, it says not today. So it does feel like, again, whenever I feel called to do this type of message, it's like this person wants to communicate with you, but can't. And you can, a lot of people have opinions about that. Like if they wanted to, they would, and that's not always the case. I feel like if this person, that with that not today card, maybe they don't feel like enough. Maybe they don't feel like they've changed enough or have anything concrete to offer you right now today. So they hold back while they're going through this ascension. And I feel like you're probably also going through an ascension where you're realizing that their behavior and their opinion of you is not a reflection of you or your worth. I feel like you're transcending some of your own obstacles there, so that's beautiful. Let's just get one animal card for this person's current energy. One card for this person's energy. We have the moth. So this person could have felt like the grass was greener somewhere else, for example. That's one of the meanings of the moth card. But also I'm hearing like a moth to a flame. So they could be very drawn towards your energy, especially if they, I know this sounds a little weird, but if you have a soul contract and this person is meant to heal certain things, they could be attracted to your light because you heal them or you reflect back onto them what they need to heal. So they could always kind of feel drawn to you like a moth to a flame. But let's get their current energy. Current energy. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's get one more. That's the one. I don't know what that is. Okay. Unresolved issue from the past. They're still thinking about some sort of unresolved issue from the past with you. This person, maybe they're defensive as well with the Scorpion. I always get that defensive energy. So someone who can kind of like attack when they're feeling triggered. That could have been this person. But again, unresolved, they're thinking about some sort of unresolved issue from the past between the two of you. We have the Swan, which that reading I just did, the Swan came out as well. Actually, I did 3 readings today, and in all 3 readings, the Swan came out. So that's kind of magical. Was it the Swan that came out in that first reading, or am I imagining that? I can't even remember anymore. Anyway, so the Swan talks about, I don't think it came out in that first reading. I think I'm just imagining that. But the Swan talks about solo time. It talks about Swan energy is not to be taken for granted. It's a very healing and potent energy where you're meant to be reflecting on self and connecting to your inner voice. And that some of these cards, these ego issues, this person could have been listening more to their ego, more to their fear than their intuition. And the Frog is beautiful. It's like 4 of Swords energy to me. So I don't think you're talking to this person. But they're going through a lot of releasing, cleansing, and healing right now with the Frog energy. Both water energy, so they could be feeling very emotional about you right now. That is beautiful. So there's a lot of healing happening behind the scenes here. So let's see what this person wants to say to you. Whoa, we have Dark Night of the Soul on the bottom. And inner child healing. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Dark Night of the Soul. So it definitely feels like this person is going through an awakening here. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It is life-altering and also extremely painful at times. Remember the dragonfly things coming to light. At times I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. And we have inner child healing. I have made and used excuses in order to control and sabotage our connection. Sabotage, rebuild, sabotage, rebuild. But now I realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. And that, again, this energy that they're in, very healing. Very like, I need to spend time alone. So again, that whole, if they wanted to, they would, is not accurate. I'm actually going to go ahead and get a couple of tarot cards for That's interesting. That just came off the top. Union and in sync. What does that say? I need to release certain commitments and fully commit to you. Interesting. All right, so let's see this person's current energy. Right away, I saw the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so not feeling very confident in themselves right now, which could be what's stopping them from coming in. We have the Two of Pentacles, so there's a lot of like trying to balance in their energy. So I'm thinking about that Capricorn card too. Like this person could have put work before you, the Two of Pentacles. They could be re-examining their priorities they've chosen, feeling like maybe they don't have enough stability to offer you yet, which again would keep them from coming in. Look, we have the Eight of Wands, so there's definitely rapid change and rapid growth happening because of this Frog and Swan energy. There is Ascension here. I do feel like they want to talk to you. I just don't think that they're ready to reach out to you right now. But let's see what their energy is. We have the Page of Wands, wanting to take inspired action. But again, it feels like their inner voice is telling them to wait. Their inner voice is saying, focus on yourself right now. Focus on releasing some of these things, especially childhood wounding. This just keeps wanting to jump into the reading. Anyway, so let's look at your person's current energy. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this person is making changes, making adjustments. There could be something that they're releasing here as well with that Frog card. They could be releasing like a third-party situation. Three of Cups, maybe there's like a friendship that they're releasing right now. They could be making adjustments in their friend circle, I'm hearing. Or this could have been someone, third-party interference could have been them going out with their friends or wanting to have a good time rather than, you know, healing and focusing on this connection, I'm hearing. I guess their friends could be helping them right now. Although in my experience with soul contracts, friends want what's best for you. So sometimes the advice that friends give isn't the best. But I also see that Coffee Cup card. This is right beside that Coffee Cup card. So it does feel like this person wants to come in and like have some kind of reconnection with you, but until they make the proper adjustments and changes in their life, I feel like they're holding back. Again, I saw the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, first card, so not feeling very confident about themselves right now. All right, let's get a few more for their energy. Three of Swords. So heartbreak, pain, separation, and we have the Chariot. So there is forward movement here, and they're trying to listen to their intuition. So there is forward movement within them. Look, we have the Three of Swords. So trying to move on from this pain. And I'm not saying that they're moving on from you, but they're trying to move on from the pain they caused within this connection. And they could have been running from that. They could have been, you know, not wanting to see or acknowledge the pain that they caused you, but it feels like they are making progress here. Feeling, you know, heartbroken here, separation. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is about gathering more information. So this checks out with their energy, that they're still gathering information. They're still learning things about themselves, wanting to gather more information so that when they come in, they have something substantial and stable to offer you. And again, their intuition is telling them not today. That's not a not ever. It's like their intuition is telling them they still have things they need to work on before they come in towards you. So let's get some channeled messages from your person, and then I'll get a few more tarot cards. So what does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? We have Sagittarius. We have Divine Masculine. those just fell out. Insecurities, yes, that's exactly what I was hearing. Insecurities, unsure of who and where they are at in life. So again, if this person is feeling unsure of who they are and where they're at in their life and what they can offer you, I wouldn't be in a rush to reach out either if I felt that way. I'm being honest. Wears a mask to hide their feelings in fear of rejection. So they could be posting things on social media, 3 of Cups, like they're doing great, but I don't think so. Constantly covers up who they are in a fear of what others may think of them. July 3rd, March 7th could be symbolic, or the year 1973. If you really knew who I was and how I felt, you may not love me anymore. I'm afraid you'll reject me if I show you who I truly am. So there's a lot of self-reflection here right now. I almost feel like they feel like they're doing you a favor by not reaching out, because clearly they're still struggling with their own self right now. Aries, 82, August 2nd, February 8th, 1982. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. We have third-party situation. Main character or side piece, another person got in the way of the relationship. So that could have been, I said third party. Third party doesn't always have to be someone else, though. It could be, I don't mean another person. I mean, third party doesn't always have to be love. It can be going out with our friends. It could be work, like that Capricorn card was talking about. Feeling betrayed and second-guessing self-worth. So this could have caused you to second-guess your self-worth. I made you feel inadequate because I chose someone or something else over you. I regret the pain I have caused you due to my selfishness and physical needs. You didn't deserve being treated like an option. We have forgiveness. Letting go of emotional burdens, the key to healing and growth in connection, acknowledging your feelings and that of your twin. And I always say, until this person really thinks about and reflects and releases how they hurt you. How can I put this? It's almost like in order to take accountability for something, you have to forgive yourself first. And the first step of forgiving yourself is admitting that you did something that needs forgiveness. And maybe in the past, this person, had a hard time taking accountability, but it feels like right now they're thinking a lot about whatever this heartbreak or pain was. February 1st, January 2nd could be, yes, symbolic. I'm seeking your forgiveness even if I can't utter the words. I'm also trying to forgive myself. That's exactly what I was just saying. For treating you unfairly. I'm hoping I can quiet my guilt. So until this person forgives themselves for treating you unfairly, it'll be really hard for them to ask for forgiveness from you. And maybe for you, you don't have a problem apologizing. Maybe if you hurt someone, the first thing you do is like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. But for some people, that's a block. And I explain that can stem from many things. That can stem from being a child and saying you're sorry to your parents, and it falls on deaf ears. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear your apology, or they don't acknowledge it. Or it could be that this person, for example, inner childhood healing, they could have grown up with parental figures who never apologized. Like maybe they went to their parents and said, hey, I don't feel like you did this for me, or something you said hurt my feelings. And their parent didn't know how to apologize either. So that they then, whatever people do when they don't know how to apologize, I'm hearing like they could have deflected, they could have projected, they could have said, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 instead of apologizing. Learned behavior. They learn how to not apologize and not take accountability if they have two parental figures who have never shown them how to take accountability, if that makes sense. We have Sagittarius, 90. So September could be symbolic, or the year 1990. I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger and fear. Remember that guy right there. What's underneath you? The fox in reverse, unsure of their identity, very insecure. Sometimes I say things without even thinking. I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. And then we have divine masculine. 40, so April could be symbolic, or the age 40, 1940. I'm working on my divine masculine side. I need to be more assertive, confident, and speak up for myself. They definitely need to work on their confidence. I can no longer bow out of things and situations when I become fearful, but fight for what I love, and that is you. And I'm just seeing your person feels very insecure right now. So if they're feeling very insecure, how would they reach out to you if they're feeling insecure and they're beating themselves up? That divine masculine, when that divine masculine takes action, they're not insecure. They're confident when they take action. They don't fear rejection. So if your person is fearing rejection and feeling unconfident, I'm sure you can relate to that. Like, isn't there anything in your life where you feel completely, like you feel insecure? Like, just for example, like a job. Maybe there's a job you want to apply for, but you feel like you don't have the qualities or the training or the paperwork from a college or university for that job. So you don't apply because you think, well, they'd never hire me anyway. That's what this is giving me. Let's get another one. March 20th to June 20th, 1997, September 7th, July 7th could be symbolic. We have fateful encounter, gluttonous gossip. I'm telling you, when I saw that friends card, I thought that their friends could be an issue here. I'm an idiot. I spoke about our connection as if it was trivial. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. Instead of keeping things between you and me, I allowed others to interfere. Look at the coffee cup and the friendship. Remember I said that? 16, tower moment. June 1st, January 6th could be symbolic. Unable to control and has an overwhelming need to share false or misleading info. So this could have been someone who, I'm just seeing a little bit of projection here. So this could have been someone who, projected their own perception about this connection in conversations with friends. Maybe something they did to you. They kind of flipped the script and told their friends that you did it to them. Overindulging and overconsumption of personal narratives that may or may not have been true. That's exactly what I was hearing with that coffee cup and the Three of Cups. We have Scorpio. That's interesting. We had Scorpio. I can't remember what we had. You probably know. 89, so 1989, August 9th, September 8th. Scorpio. I'm sorry for accusing you of things you didn't even do. That's another thing. If this person grew up in a very chaotic, wounded environment, or they were used to having a manipulative parent, I find sometimes people like that are suspicious of people later on in life, and they accuse you of acting like their parents, or they accuse you of things, I don't want to say that are a figment of their imagination, but I've experienced that before where someone was like, are you trying to be manipulative? And it's like, what are you talking about? I'm not trying to be manipulative. Anyway, also accusing can be, I'm not going to say always, but sometimes when someone else is doing something, they can project outwards and accuse you of it. So keep that in mind. They could have accused you of things that they were doing. I'm so used to people hurting me. I assumed you were just trying to hurt me too. I should have treated you better. And they're not doing this on purpose. This happens subconsciously from, their trauma or their programming. Fateful encounter. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I couldn't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. So they feel this was a very fated encounter. Impossible to avoid. Big impact on future. Questions your belief system. Important life-altering event. And then we have surrender 64. So June 4th, April 6th, or 1964, or the age 64. Not resisting, but going with the flow. May feel mentally and physically relaxed, letting go of judgment and being mindful of the present. This is beautiful. I am ready to surrender myself to our connection. And I feel like their animal cards speak of that because we have them surrendering to releasing, cleansing, healing. We have them surrendering to self-reflection and transformation. 555, positive changes. I will no longer run away from it, and I will no longer deny it. I am trusting in the universe and our love for one another. So really, it's like they waved their little white flag for this awakening or ascension to happen. They're surrendering to it. They're leaning into it is what I'm hearing, instead of fighting it. And instead of just like running back to come in and try and rebuild something and then sabotage it and run away again. They're surrendering to what they need to do here. Let's get a few more and then we'll get some tarot cards. Leo. There's a lot of astrological signs coming out in this reading. We have Aquarius. So many signs. Oh my goodness. Time is ticking. So they do feel like they need to do something. Time is ticking. Leo, 86, August 6th, June 8th. I was used to being the central focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. We have Aquarius, 92, so 1992, 1986, September 2nd, February 9th. Aquarius, I acted like I didn't care, but I did. I just needed my time and space to think on my own. I didn't want to be tied down by a relationship because I wasn't ready to put in the work. And I feel like now they're having realizations that they do want to put in the work. And they're putting in the emotional healing work is what I'm hearing with this. We have fall, so September 22nd to December 21st, or September 9th, or 1999 could be symbolic. We have, yes, that makes so much sense. We have the no card, but look how it fell. No, but maybe later. So right now it's like, I can't do it. I can't reach out to them right now. But at a later date, like someday, I'm seeing that card. One day, another time, I'll tell them how I really feel. Let them work through this. Deceit, actions do not match their words. Living a lie and won't admit it to themselves. Pretends their feelings for you do not exist and is dismissive of you. 79. So July 9th, September 7th, 1979. I don't even know why I'm lying to myself about the way I feel about you. I may act as if I don't even care, but deep down, I know it's because I care too much and that makes me afraid. We have, interesting, we have false flame. So they could have taken up with a karmic who was their false flame. Union and in sync, working in perfect rhythm with each other, feeling seen, heard, valued, and respected, fully present with that person, mind, body, and spirit. And that's what they need. If this person was to come in today when they're feeling insecure and they're still, I just feel like they would sabotage it all over again. So just trust in the timing of this. Trust that this person will come in perfect timing so that when you're in sync is what I'm hearing. I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. I need to release certain commitments and fully commit to you. So one of these commitments could have been a false flame. They could have been dealing with some sort of karmic here with this false flame card. That's interesting. I feel like this is you to them about the person they're with, because I don't know if you're with anyone. Third party interference. So I do feel like it was on their side. I may be wrong, but I do feel like it was on their side if there was like a love third party. And this one says, this sounds like you to me. You may think you found the one, but they wouldn't cause you so much stress if they were. Wake up and realize our connection is the real deal. So it does feel like your person maybe took up with a karmic. All right, let's just get a few more before I get to tarot. We have glow up, wordless. That's exactly what I mean. They don't know what to say to you. So that whole concept of if they wanted to, they would, just doesn't align here. We have that third party regret. No, that's a different card. That's a different card. So for some of you, they could have taken up with, there could have been third party interference, whatever that was. And maybe now for some of you, you're seeing someone else and now this person, I thought it was the same card, but it's different. Hang on, look at this. Now they're the ones upset, look. So maybe they do believe that whoever you're with now, if you're dating someone or you're with someone, they believe that person isn't meant for you, that they are. Regret, 75. So July 5th, May 7th, 1975. Afraid they made the wrong decision, feels troubled or remorseful over what has happened, sees you happy while they are miserable and can't move on. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I'm here mourning over the loss of you. We have winter, December 22nd to March 19th, or 1998. Could be symbolic. We have glow up and wordless. So to me, it feels like until this person goes through a glow up and is feeling more confident, they don't know what to say to you. And again, I've been in that situation. Maybe your person is like neurodivergent as well as an autistic person, which to me is just, I'm highly spiritual and autistic is just a label. But anyway, that's not the time or place for this. But I've had times where I'm so overwhelmed with what to say, with what not to say, how to say it, what should I say? I'm not feeling confident enough to say something. And I've told you about this, that I sit there with my phone and for like a half an hour, I just stare at my phone, wanting to say something, anything, and nothing comes out. So this person is definitely blocked right now. Maybe you block them. But I just feel like there's another reason why they're not reaching out right now. It's not just if they wanted to, they would. And it's not a reflection of you or your worth with that not enough. It's not a reflection of your worth. It's more of a reflection of what's going on with them. Words are jumbled or words were left unsaid, 80, so August or 1980. Unable to speak or unwilling to say the truth, too much in their head and is unable to express their emotions rationally. And this is something that autistic people go through. Again, for me, I just know that I'm a highly spiritual being, and that was just the label I was given. But I know a lot about autism because I studied it for a few years after I found out I was late diagnosed. So after I found out I had it, I studied it. And there's something called alexithymia, where people who are autistic or neurodivergent have a really hard time organizing their words. And it feels like there's like thousands of words in their head and they have no idea how to put them together, how to piece them together. It can also be hard for them to assign feelings to words. So to describe how they're feeling, like I can just remember I would have a day at school where all of this stuff happened and I was feeling all sorts of ways, and I'd come home and my mom would say, "How was your day?" And I'd say, "I don't know," or "It was fine," because I had no idea how to get the thoughts from my head out of my mouth. I think people with trauma can also experience that. But anyway, there's so much for me to tell you, but I am unable to express myself in a rational way. So I'd rather just keep quiet. So if this person knows that in the past they came in and sabotaged things with their mouth, with this defensive energy, or not knowing what to say, again, they're keeping quiet right now for a reason. And it's not a reflection of their love for you or how wonderful you are. It's a reflection of what's going on within them. And we have glow up, last card. Overcoming illness and negativity. Nice. Feeling confident and being on the right path in life, connecting with others, positive vibes, new phase of life. I think this is you, if I'm being honest. But I feel like your glow is inspiring them. I'm working on myself every day. I hope to improve spiritually and emotionally to become a better person that deserves you. So if this person doesn't feel like they deserve you, going back to that job thing, like, if you need to understand it, if you feel like you don't deserve, like, if, I don't know why, but let's just say you wanted to be a rocket scientist, but you've never been to school for rocket scientistry or whatever the words are. But there was a job for a rocket scientist. You didn't have the qualifications. You didn't have the belief in yourself. Would you apply? Knowing that they'd probably reject you and laugh at you? Or that's your thought process? Would you apply? Probably not. Side note, for some of you, you could have a fear, like, this comes out in most of my readings now, but I was hearing, side note, maybe you're someone on the divine journey who is thinking about going after your gift, thinking about putting yourself online like this or in some way. And maybe something that keeps you stuck is feeling like you don't know enough or you don't have enough knowledge to put yourself out there. It's the same type of sentiment. Like, does that make sense? Anyway. I am slowly moving forward in my life and I hope to reunite with you one day. And that's what I was seeing, that there's forward movement in their life. They hope to rebuild this connection, but right now they know it's not the time because they don't feel good enough about themselves right now. And I think that they need to believe in themselves if they're going to come in, is my point. So let's see what your person is thinking about right now. What are they thinking about currently? What are they thinking about? Well, lacking confidence. They need to be more confident. They're definitely thinking about that. It feels like they're thinking about the distance between you because we have the world in reverse. So what are they thinking about right now? I'm already hearing they took you for granted. That's like their main thought. Why? Why did I let that person slip through my fingers? Missing something in love life. So they're feeling like there's something missing in their life. That's what they're thinking about. It feels like something is missing. Taking partner for granted. I told you. So they really think about how they took you for granted. Lack of closure, feeling incomplete, emptiness. So they definitely feel like a void where you maybe once filled that void. You may have achieved many things, but you still feel a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction. So this person could feel like they're doing well in other areas of their life, but they still feel that energy of emptiness or that feeling of emptiness. They also feel like they're missing something in their career. So again, if this is someone feeling incomplete and lacking confidence, not feeling like they have enough to offer you, I can see why this person wouldn't be reaching out to you right now. And we have the Seven of Wands, defensiveness. There's a lot with the Seven of Wands that I'm hearing for what they think about. They think about other people's opinions, Seven of Wands. This card talks about, if this is what you want, you better be ready to fight for it and fight other people's opinions. So they think about that, how they let external opinions about this connection dictate the future or dictate what happened in this connection. They're thinking about their defensiveness with the Seven of Wands, very defensive energy. They could have denied this connection. They're thinking about that. They're thinking about this. I'm telling you, I saw it for a reason. They're thinking a lot about this energy right here. And you could have them blocked for some of you. All right. And they're thinking they need to be more confident. 10 of Stars in reverse. So it's like they think about their family's opinions, or they think about like something to do with their family, like family wounding, even the wounds that were inflicted upon them. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, outside opinions of love, instability, breaking traditions. So for some of you, there could be some sort of like religious tradition or family tradition that they feel like they need to follow. This person may have gone through a challenging time and is feeling a lack of security. So again, if they're feeling all of these ways, I just try and put myself in their shoes. If I was feeling that way and I used a job as an example, I wouldn't be applying for that job, not with that energy. Anyway, let's see. I want to see how they're perceiving you. How are they perceiving you? That came out so quick. We have the Four of Crystals and the Sun. You shine bright, my friend. They're perceiving you as very happy, very healed, very healing energy. The Sun, happiness, freedom. They're perceiving you as very happy without them. Again, if this person is looking at you and you look like you're doing just great, don't stop what you're doing. I'm not telling you to look like you're miserable so this person comes in. That's not going to work either. But clearly this person perceives you as growing. I said it, I didn't mean to say that, but yes, they perceive you as someone who's growing. But they perceive you as someone who is very, you're glowing. You're glowing. You look happy. You look like you're healing. And again, if this person is in victim mode, like, I suck, I couldn't offer them anything. I just can't fathom them looking at you thinking, they're doing so great, they're so happy. If I was that person, my thought process in that low vibrational self-victimization energy would be like, I don't want to mess up their life. They're so happy without me. I don't want to go in there and mess it all up. And again, this is not about you changing anything that you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. It's about them needing to build that confidence and belief in their self and do the healing they need to do so that they can come in and not feel like those things, right? For how they perceive you, Four of Crystals. So your name could be Crystal, but this is Four of Swords energy in this deck. So they perceive you as someone very withdrawn right now from them, holding your energy back, taking time apart, a break, gaining clarity, healing. So they feel like you're healing from whatever happened between you. And again, I feel like in the past, for some of you, this person could have like came back in and tried to reconnect and then just sabotaged things further and made things worse. And right now, they're in the energy where they don't want to do that. Whoa, we have the Lovers on the bottom. So maybe for some of you, they see you happy in another connection. I don't know. All right. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Confused. Like, what do they have to offer you is what I'm hearing. We have Justice. So they're feeling like they owe you some sort of accountability, some sort of apology. They owe you balance, honesty. And we have the Knight of Wands. So maybe they need to take accountability. They're feeling like they need to take accountability for their Knight of Wands behavior, for their runner energy, for their inconsistency, for their hot and cold, for their in and out. Again, there's this, I keep getting this energy that this person is aware that in the past they've come in and tried to rebuild something and then sabotaged it further. So there is this energy where they feel like they need to bring you balance and consistency, not this Knight of Wands energy. It's also the energy of trying to work up the courage. Knight of Wands is about being fearless and about courage and drive and movement. In one of my decks, it says sudden arrival. So again, this person trying to work up the courage to come towards you with accountability and truth here and to set something right. But I just keep getting this energy that this person does not want to just come in and make it worse. So they're waiting until they have something more stable and balanced to offer you. Let's get another one for how they're feeling about you. Yeah, we have Temperance. They're trying to be patient. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They're trying to be patient. They're not making any rush decisions here. And there's something about balance here. So they know they need to heal, which they're doing right now. They know they need to heal. They know they need to offer you balance and harmony and equal give and take and consistency. None of this inconsistent. Because I saw the Two of Pentacles too. All of those cards talk about inconsistency. But Temperance is about patience. It's about not rushing. It's about... Let me look at the Temperance card. The Temperance card also... Oh, of course, that's on the bottom. The Temperance card also talks about... That was the only one that came out. Reevaluating the priorities they've chosen. Temperance. I believe that's Temperance. Yes. Evaluate and re-examine the priorities you've chosen. Your person. Being careful and considerate with love. So they know they need to be careful and considerate with your energy. They can't just rush in, sudden arrival, if they don't have the, I'm hearing if they don't have the goods to back it up. So it's like they're not making any rash decisions or impulsive movements towards you because they know that you deserve balance and reciprocity and consistency. You could have even said that to them. You could have said, until you can offer me consistency, I'm not interested. You could have put up a boundary. And now this person is honoring your boundary. And until they can give you that consistency, like that's what I'm feeling. This person doesn't want to sabotage this again. I don't know why I'm hearing again. Like, how many times have you done this dance is what I'm hearing. And on the bottom, we have Six of Cups. So feeling very nostalgic about you, missing you, wanting to reach out. But again, they're trying to be patient and heal first. And that's what you want. I'm hearing a line from a movie. Nope. Yes. Yes. I'm hearing Arwen from Lord of the Rings. Surprise, surprise. I'm hearing Arwen where she says, I'd rather live one lifetime with you than 1,000 lifetimes without you, or whatever she says. You know the scene I'm talking about, where he doesn't feel like he has enough to offer her. And he's like, just go with your family. I don't want to hold you back. If you choose me, you're choosing to be a mortal soul, and you're giving up that magic to be with me. I don't want you to do that. Anyway. Let's see their intentions. What are their intentions? Knight of Stars. Slow and steady. I'm telling you. My favorite knight. My favorite knight. Even though the knight, he frustrates me because he's so slow. That's my favorite knight in the deck because it's the most determined. So intentions to dedicate themselves to this journey, to dedicate themselves to this healing, and to come in slow and steady. Slow and steady. They want to take their time. Again, slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's the most determined. And the Knight of Pentacles talks about commitment. So this person's intentions are to come towards you slow and steady to offer you commitment. Anyway. I'm hearing that song again from the Brady Bunch. Or no. Is it the Partridge Family? I heard it in ER, but someone told me it's from the Partridge Family. What am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that whatever the words are, I don't even know. I was just hearing that song. So I want to see what this person is afraid of when it comes to you. What are they afraid of? What are they afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not something. The Tower, I'm telling you, they're afraid that if they come in now, this tower is just going to fall again. They're afraid that they don't have the stability in their life that you need or that they want to offer you. They're afraid that they haven't made enough adjustments. That's interesting. I'm trying to think if that was in the reversal or not. Well, it just fell into the reversal, so I guess I'm taking it in the reversal. Page of Cups. They're worried. Hang on. I feel like this person is worried that they're not mature enough for you yet. They're not stable enough for you yet. They haven't made enough changes yet to create this solid foundation. I think that this person is afraid that they haven't changed enough to show you a new perspective of them or to change your perspective of them yet. I think that this person is afraid that if they were to come in now, that tower would come crumbling down again. That's what this reading has really been about. And then we have the Six of Swords in reverse. So what are they afraid of? They're afraid they're never going to get over you. They're afraid they're never going to be able to stop thinking about you. They're afraid they're never going to be able, you're always going to haunt them. Six of Swords in reverse. They could be afraid that you've moved on. Oh, they're afraid that if they come back in, they're just going to return to trouble. Like they're just going to repeat. Like they're just going to sabotage this again. Can't move on. Can't let go. Haunted. So they're afraid. I am bold, brave, and beautiful. B could be symbolic. I am bold, brave, and beautiful. Or maybe somebody watched The Bold and the Beautiful. Anyway, is that even still on? Probably. This card is a reminder that discomfort is sometimes a necessary stepping stone towards a happier future. So right now it feels like it's not comfortable for them to be in this energy where they're haunted by you and they want to talk to you. But again, it's like their higher self is saying, it's not time yet. I honestly think this person, I think that they think they're doing you a favor by staying away, but I think that they kind of are. Because I feel like if they were to come in right now, they would just make things worse. Or they would get your hopes up and then let you down, is what I'm hearing. So let this person sit in their froggy and swan energy for a while and make the adjustments they need to make. I looked at their intentions already, but let's look at what action they will take in the future. What action is this person going to take in the future? They're all face down. We have the Page of Wands. So 8 of Wands, I'm telling you. That's what I was seeing at the beginning of this reading, and I mentioned it. So their actions, they will take inspired action when their intuition, this to me, Page of Wands, I know there's a lot of meanings to the Page of Wands. In the reverse, I'm seeing your person unstable, failure to commit. Anyway, but to me, the Page of Wands is that feeling that you have where your intuition says, do it now. Do it now. It's like your intuition whispers, do it now. It's inspired action. It's action taken from, I see this as your connection to spirit, but it's like your spirit guides say, pick up that wand and take action. It's taking inspired action. So this person in the future will take that action towards you. 8 of Wands, incoming communication, right? That's very important. There's an eagle there. When your person is going to take action, listen, I love this deck so much. It talks about the eagles both physically and spiritually strong. So when this person is physically and spiritually strong, the eagle, that's when they'll take action. When they've mastered the element of fire and air, so their thoughts and reactions is what I'm hearing. When they've mastered this, when they can remain level-headed, when they can be that King of Cups who comes in emotionally mature. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Anyway, this also talks about the eagle being thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of their transformation. So back to that part about this person having a karmic. I've been there. I internalized it. I judged my person. I was mad. I was like, what's wrong with me? And I started comparing myself to the karmic. But listen, that karmic lesson created transformation. That's what you need to remember. You need to remember that these karmic lessons create transformation. Lessons that you couldn't teach them because I don't think you could ever treat them that way. Anyway. So after a period of stagnancy and not doing anything, this person takes action towards you. What are you? Look, we have the Lovers, a choice. Beautiful. I forgot to mention signs, but whatever. That's Gemini. Now I remember at the very end, but that's Gemini. 444. 444. The clock just changed. 444. You are being protected from this person right now. I'm telling you. But for actions, this person making the choice to come towards you, maybe making the choice between you and another person. I don't know. Again, if that person was a catalyst to a huge transformation in their life, I can look back and be thankful for that. You know, thanks for teaching that person a lesson that I couldn't teach them. This also talks about like an offer of love, the Lovers. And we have the Empress. Beautiful. That, my friend, you just attract this in. You don't need to chase this. And the Empress talks about in love, I have it memorized, a healthy, sensual, committed relationship. And I feel like if this person came in right now, they wouldn't be able to give you that because I think they're still finding themselves and learning about themselves and healing themselves. All right? All right. Maybe someone here knows sign language. I don't know. I just saw, all right. I just saw like a movie where they do sign language where she says, okay. And I just saw that little sign. Anyway, that could be for someone. Spirit's telling me there's another deck I need to get. I need to pause it because I don't know what it is. Hang on. I'm just going to see what comes out in this deck. We have awakening. Let this person go through their awakening. Spiritual rebirth. Let them go through it. And the reading I just did, just side note, the reading I just did talked about you've probably already watched it by this point, but it talked about how it was like a divine counterpart reading, and it was talking about how the feminine, the divine feminine, was feeling impatient towards their divine masculine. And then the divine masculine was picking up on that, like panicking about how much time they're taking. I'm taking too much time, and that just adds more pressure. So if you can, try and stop thinking about the timing of things and when it's going to happen, and just trust that it will happen when it's meant to in perfect timing. And thank your angels, your guides, God, whatever you resonate with, that they're protecting you from this right now. Because do you really want to repeat a cycle is what I'm hearing. Look, first card, express. Someone's going to be, say how you feel. Speak up. Not you. Unless you want to express yourself to this person, like without actually talking to them, I wouldn't be reaching out to this person. But this is what I mean. This person will express how they're feeling when the time is right, when they get that inspired action, when they get that green light. So I'm just going to get a few cards for this, for what you need to know. We have creative. So maybe you do need to focus on some of your creative endeavors. Green eyes could be symbolic. So we have awakening, spiritual rebirth. Let it happen. Let it happen. We have serious, settling down. This is exactly what I was talking about. This person is serious. They see you in their future. They know what they want here, and they're serious this time, and that's why they're not just rushing in. Let them work on their own foundation. Let them be stable before coming in. Let them awaken. We have creative inspiration, so you could be very inspiring to this person, or you could be a creative, or they could be a creative. We have marriage. So again, this person has marriage on the mind. So just let them go through what they're going through, and look at the last card, reconcile. Get back together, reconnect, reach out. So I'm going to leave it here because I'm out of time. But I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon.